Donnie and Dolly. The team is supported by ableauctions.ca. Closing your business? We can help.
Friday, and all of today's guests, including Jayna Hefford, standing by, brought to you by the Bayside Oceanfront Resort. Looking for a midweek escape close to home? BC residents save 15% on weekday stays at the Bayside in Parksville. Relax by the ocean, enjoy great dining, and unwind with island hospitality. Book now at Bayside.ResortParksville.com. As the PWHL season goes on, we found out this week that Vancouver is getting itself a PWHL expansion franchise, its first expansion franchise. We're joined now to talk about that by PWHL VP of Hockey Operations, Hockey Hall of Famer, four-time Olympic gold medalist, Jayna Hefford. Jayna, thanks for doing this. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
No problem. Vancouver, why does that move make sense for your league?
Well, we've been in quite a process, almost 8 months long, to determine if we could introduce up to two new teams this year. And so Vancouver was the first team selected. And there's a number of things we were looking at. We were looking at market size and media reach. We were looking at economic opportunities, sponsorship opportunities. We're looking at grassroots community hockey that existed in the market, infrastructure and facilities. And of course, we're going to end up playing at the Pacific Coliseum. And this will be the first opportunity for us to be a primary tenant in one of our buildings. So lots of exciting things as we continue to grow as a league.
What has to be done, Jayna, in order to get the Coliseum ready, and the Agrodome where the team is going to practice, but to get the Coliseum ready for PWHL games?
Well, the team at PNE has been incredible. They've been great partners, and they bring so much excitement to this. So we can't wait to work alongside them. But there'll be extensive renovations to the locker rooms, the training facilities, broadcast technology. We have an opportunity to really brand this building as one of our own and make it designed for our women. So we're really excited about the opportunities that exist as part of Pacific Coliseum and the Agrodome.
Jayna, with travel in mind and distance, North America is a big continent. Are we going to see a Seattle expansion team as well?
We're hopeful we'll see another team for season 3, but nothing to confirm today. Vancouver is the number one expansion team, and we're excited about that announcement. We'll continue to work in the background to see if we get a second one for season 2.
All right. The game in Vancouver had 19,000 fans, Montreal and Toronto. What did that tell you about Vancouver, Jayna? Because it was one of the biggest attending games for the PWHL.
Yeah, it was really successful in our takeover tour. Such a great hockey market. I have great memories as an Olympian competing in 2010 in Vancouver. And then to see what happened in the takeover game, our social content and data showed really high results coming out of Vancouver from that game. And when you add all of that into all of those other things that I previously mentioned that we were looking for, Vancouver just really stood out among the rest. And so we're excited to get there and get started and build a team.
Minor hockey, female registration, the girls, there's a ton playing. I think it's right up there with the boys. And minor hockey, women's hockey is exploding, Jayna. You're seeing specialty coaches come in. You're seeing a lot of stuff. How happy are you at the grassroots level?
Incredibly happy. And you hit on it. From what we've understand in BC hockey, the registration is almost 50-50 with boys and girls, which is a really great sign. But that whole dynamic and demographic is strong. We're seeing players at the highest level, both on the male and female side, competing internationally and professionally. So look at some of the young stars coming out of the province. It's something to be really excited about. And it's certainly a great attribute to the province that they're developing such great hockey players.
Okay, now tell us how the team is going to be formed, where you're getting the players from, the expansion draft, all that stuff.
Well, our first task, in addition to the renovations that'll happen, is to hire a general manager who will then put a hockey staff in place. So that's already started and underway. In terms of players, we're working on finalizing what a player dispersal process could look like, or an expansion draft. So that will likely happen in advance of the entry draft, which is June 24th in Ottawa. So between an expansion draft and an entry draft, that's how this team will be made. And can't wait to reveal the players that'll be able to compete for Vancouver next season.
And the way the Canucks are playing, Jayna, you talk about getting a GM. There could be some NHL executives out of a job soon, and you'll have yourself a GM. It all makes sense. Do you have any idea what the name of the team is going to be?
We don't as of today, but our team is working diligently on that. We went through season one without team names, but we also understand how important that team brand and identity needs to be. And so we've done it a few times now. So that work is underway. And when we're ready to reveal it, we will. But really confident that we're going to have a great team brand and identity that's going to resonate with the people of Vancouver.
Okay, so Jayna, up here in Vancouver, there's a mystery man when it comes to the mystery person when it comes to the PWHL. What can you tell us about Mark Walter? He owns the PWHL, its teams. He owns the Dodgers, several other sporting entities. We don't know much about him. What can you tell us?
Well, one of the most successful sport owners in the world, between the Los Angeles Dodgers, Chelsea FC, the LA Sparks, and many other things that he's involved in. I can tell you that he's someone that really cares about the community and creating positive change. And so in working with him and his team, they really believe in what we're building here, and they believe in the impact it has on women in sport, women in hockey, but also I think the societal impact that we're having. And Mark is someone that does a lot of good in the world, and we're thankful we have him on our side, and our advisory board, and Stan Cast and Royce Cohen, who are both with the Dodgers, Billie Jean King and Alana Kloss. We have such successful and experienced people that are leading the way, and it's a pleasure to be able to work with them. And women's hockey is lucky to have them, and we have big goals. So, this is just the beginning of our growth.
Jayna, you got something the Vancouver Canucks don't have, a practice facility. How great is that? How great is that?
I mean, we're thrilled. This is going to be the first chance for any of our teams to be a primary tenant in a game and a practice facility. So we know there's going to be a great experience for players in this league, and hopefully it's a destination that a lot of players want to be. So this is one of the greatest assets that Vancouver has, is the infrastructure and facilities for the hockey team.
I can't imagine your group, the PWHL, having a better spokesperson. This has just been tremendous. Jayna, we thank you so much for doing this. All the best, and congrats on the Vancouver situation.
Thanks so much. Thanks for having me, guys.
You bet.